and welcome to Divine Divas, Diamond Paintings, and More. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. So today is Tuesday, and I don't normally do a video on Tuesdays. However, because I felt so awkward about yesterday's WIP and chat, I know that did the WIP and chat and the kit down, kit up, all those type of things. So anyway, I felt like I crammed a whole bunch of stuff in that one video, and then at the end of the video it had like a ton of space. So I apologize because I had a whole bunch of it. Instead of going back and taking it off and editing it, which I may still do, I don't know, probably not, but I just left it like it was. So as you know, I'm working on the woman praying in her closet, in her prayer closet. And I'm going to have this one done by Friday. So I just wanted to come on here and do some WIP and chat with this one because I didn't get to do an actual normal WIP and chat the other day. So I have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13 of these little pages here to take off and work on. So my plan is, today is Tuesday, so I'll get these 3 done. Wednesday I'll get those. Thursday I'll get those. So I'll be done by Friday. Because of Black History Month, I had to get something in this month. Or I would have felt horrible. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn my board on, and we're going to have a little chit chat while I work. Because this is a pretty easy one I've been working on. She is round, you know, the painting is round, whatever, and it's been pretty fun so far. I've got all the bottom done and this part done, so I don't have a whole lot to do here. So let's see, let me see what color I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna go like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go that way. Yep, I think I am. So pour some drills in here. So today at my house here in East Tennessee, it's cold outside, but it's not bad outside. You know, we didn't get any snow or anything like that. But my daughter is going to Kentucky today to go take care of her nanny, because her nanny just had eye surgery and she has no one over there to take care of her. And I don't mind, but what I hate is she's going way in rural, you know, place, country place. She's got to go over a mountain and on these little curvy roads and everything. And it snowed over there. It snowed like 6 inches over there. So she needs to hurry up and get over there before it gets dark, because her dad said once it gets dark, you know, you don't want to have black ice or anything like that. And I'm like, no, don't want to do that. And so she's on her way there now. And I have been praying all day for God to take care of her and for his angels to be all around her and things. And I know that he will. I know he will. Just waiting on her. It takes about 2.5 hours to get there from our house. So, you know, just being a mama and have a little bit of worry, but I don't doubt God, and I know he's going to take care of her. So, you know, it'll be okay. So anyways, she took her youngest daughter to my mom's because she wanted to go over there and stay with Nanny. We have a lot of nannies around here. She wanted to go stay with Nanny and be with her for a little bit, because she let these kids, the girls anyway, they love going to my mom's house. Mom's house is like this tranquil, very peaceful place to be. And only thing I know is, because she's a Christian, maybe, I don't know. But, I mean, you can go to her house and it's just so peaceful. However, you get sleepy or I do. I get very, very sleepy at her house. And I tell her all the time, like, Ma, you have a sleep spell over your house. She says, yeah, I know. She even does that. She'll doze off all day long. Sit in one of her recliners and she'll be asleep and wake, asleep and awake, asleep and awake while she's watching TV. But, you know, that's okay. She don't have anything she has to be doing unless she has to go to the doctor, which is, you know, a few times a month, but that's it. She has nothing pressing, so that's good. You know, it's her years to relax and take it easy. And that's what she's doing. So that's good. I'm happy for her. But, anyway, let's see. What else is I going to talk to you about today? You know, speaking about getting older, I was listening to this woman on the radio the other day. And she said, you know, people tell you when you're younger to be prepared for when you're older, like your IRAs, your whatever retirement plan you have in place. Make sure you have money to take care of yourself, you know, and your house is paid off and whatever, different things. And she said, but nobody ever tells you to be prepared for the supplements you're going to have to take and how much they all cost, because your insurance won't pay for supplements. And I thought, you know, that's true. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, you know, you need to buy this and that and whatever when you get older. And plus, if you have any sicknesses or any, you know, like high blood pressure or whatever, you got to buy your medicine for that. Nobody ever tells you things like that and prepares you for things like that. And like, I don't think they do anyway. I know I wasn't prepared for all that. You just kind of watch everybody else and learn, you know, as you get older. Watch your parents, watch your grandparents, watch your aunts and uncles and things like that. But, you know, I have things going on with me. I have high blood pressure. I have high cholesterol. I have diabetes. I have multiple sclerosis. I have arthritis. I have what's it called? IBS. I mean, I have different things, you know. And some of these things don't bother me. I don't even know I have them hardly. Thank God. But some I do. And, you know, things reminds me of that all the time. Hey, you have arthritis because your knees are hurting or whatever. But, you know, I do take supplements. I take my regular medicine, too, for all that stuff. But I do take supplements. Do you guys take supplements for anything? Like, I take collagen for my arthritis and my knees and my joints. And it actually helps. If I don't take my collagen every day, I can tell a difference. And I take my collagen, it's, what is it called? Organic. And I put it in my coffee because it's tasteless. You can't taste it. I mean, it has no taste. So in the mornings when I get up, because I put powdered creamer in my coffee and stevia, I also go ahead and just, you know, put that in there too. And if I don't, like I said, if I don't, I can tell a difference. My knees will hurt more. I have arthritis in my knees more than anywhere. And I can tell a difference. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Once you get used to taking supplements, and then if you go a day or two without them, or however long, you know, sometimes it's longer than that, you can tell a difference. You really can. I also take berberine, however you say it. And I take that for my cholesterol and for diabetes, and it really helps too. It's brought my cholesterol down. This last time I went to the doctor, they said my cholesterol was down. And I think a lot of it has to do with that, because I do take cholesterol medicine. Let me see, where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do take cholesterol medicine, but I also take the berberine. Because before I started taking the berberine, it seemed like the cholesterol medicine wasn't doing no good. I mean, my cholesterol wasn't going down or up. I mean, we don't want it to go up, but, you know, it wasn't going up any. And when I started taking that, it started coming down. I was like, huh, Yes. And I think it keeps my sugar in line a lot too, because I don't have a lot of spice. You know, well, I do, but I don't know. I don't know if it really helps with that much or not. What else do I take? I take magnesium. Magnesium's really good for you. My granddaughter's in there telling the cat to get off her blanket. Magnesium's good to help your system move, you know, to go to the bathroom. I don't know what all magnesium's good for. Really, sorry. I can't remember what else, but I know I take it for that. And plus, it's good for other things. I take a lot of supplements. That's why I'm sitting here thinking, what else do I take? Selenium. I take selenium. It's a trace mineral, but I take it for my hair mostly, because my hair is thin. I have really thin hair, and it helps with my hair. I think it does anyway. And it's just one of those things I just keep, you know, thinking I need for whatever reason. You know, I take a lot of these things and I don't even remember why I take them all, because I've been taking them for such a long time. It's like, what did I take those for? I forgot. Like, I take fenugreek. Fenugreek is good for your diabetes too. It's good for your sugar and things like that. And sometimes I will take, oh, what is that stuff you get in, you put it on your salads and stuff. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name of it. I want to keep wanting to say fenugreek, and it's not fenugreek. It's, maybe it is fenugreek. Is it fenugreek? Anyway, I sprinkle it on my salads, and you can't even really taste it. It tastes, has a little, sorry, it has a little nutty taste to it. I can't remember what that's called. Hold on, let me go look. Flaxseed. That's what it's called, flaxseed. I take it, put it on my salads and stuff, and eat it. Of course, you know, I take a multivitamin every day. And I take probiotics every day. I take one that has probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. I forget what it's called though. It starts with the U, I think. I get it at Walmart. Yep. Anyway, I take all those different supplements. Some today, some at night. But to me, in my mind, they help. I don't really have a lot of aches and pains all the time, and I think that's probably why. Because if I didn't take that, I'd probably be hurting. I mean, I think I'd be hurting. Anyway. Kitty cat's on the table. What are you doing on the table, Oreo? Huh? What are you doing up here, boy? Get down. He put his nose underneath my thing right here, and I see him sniffing. That was funny. It's like, what are you doing, Nana? What are you doing? What are you doing, Nana? What are you doing? Anyways, what else can we talk about? What do you guys take any supplements? I mean, you know, when I turned 50, I was like, yes, 50 is freedom. I can say and do what I want to. Well, I can. No matter how old you are, you can still say and do what you want to. But I don't know. Me and my granddaughter and her friend was out earlier today. And her friend was talking about how she has road rage. She gets mad at people driving stupid or whatever. And I told her, I said, listen. When I was younger like y'all, I was the same way. I could not stand stupid drivers. I couldn't stand it if they pull off and not give a signal light or whatever, and I'd beat my horn and yell. And I said, you know what? My daughter taught me one time. She said, Mom, they can't hear you. I was like, yeah, that's true. So I would speed up. I mean, I've done all kinds of stupid things, you know. But the older you get, sometimes the wiser you get, or at least you should get more wise the older you get. And I was like, I don't do that mess. And I told her she needs to not do that either, because you don't ever know when somebody's going to come and pull a gun on you, you know. Stop their car, get out, and pull a gun or something on you. I mean, that's scary. So I'm like, don't do stuff like that. Because you don't know how people are these days. You know, they can be crazy. She's like, yeah, well, that's true. And I was like, yeah, and I'm sorry. Whoever's messing with whoever, if I get mad at somebody on the road, I just take it in stride anymore. Because I'm just like, you know, my blood pressure, I'm not raising my blood pressure up for you because you don't know how to drive. I'm not going to get mad at you because I'm just sitting back there praying, Lord, help this poor person learn how to drive. Keep them safe and help them to get to their destination today. Because they apparently don't know what they're doing. I mean, you know, some people you just get mad at. No, I just quit. I don't get mad anymore. I just start praying for them. Lord, help them, Jesus. They just don't know what they're doing. Help them not to wreck. Help them not to kill somebody or kill herself, you know. I don't know. People change. As you get older, you change sometimes. I know I did. Wisdom. Wisdom is a great thing to have. And as you get older, like I said, you should get some wisdom. You know, I sound really depressed right now. I'm not, but I sound like it. I sound like I'm like, I'm not used to talking like that. I guess when I'm just concentrating on this right now, I'm not thinking about how I'm talking. Yeah. So, you ever feel like you don't have enough time in the day to do everything you need to do? I do. I feel that way a lot. If I get up late, and when I say late, I mean like 11 o'clock in the day, I feel like I've just wasted half a day. Because, you know, my day's gone. Even though I can still do a lot of stuff at nighttime, but I'm just like, nope, it's gone. Day's gone. I can't do nothing. It's crazy. I feel like a snail. You know, I feel like I go so slow some days. Because some days, when I have a MS flare-up, I just can't do nothing quick. I'm just so slow. And coffee don't perk me up. Coffee don't do anything for me. Because I'm just so... I guess because I'm so used to drinking it, caffeine just don't do much for me anymore. It don't perk me up. It don't help me be like, ah, hey, la, la, la. Music does. I just thought about that. I love to listen to my music. I listen to mostly contemporary Christian or gospel, black gospel mostly, or some of the 80s music sometimes. When I want to exercise, I listen to 80s music. Or some, you know, really uplifting Christian music, like Mary Mary or somebody like that. Kirk Franklin, I don't know, different people. But, you know, it's just one of them things. And exercise, girl, I told y'all all the exercise stuff I got one time. And you know what? What really irritates me, you ever get to the point where you know you should do something, you want to, your brain wants to, but your body's like, no, I don't want to, You're always fighting against yourself. I do that. Do y'all do that? I don't like doing that, but I do. It's like I'm constantly in a battle with my own self. Like, I know I should do this, but I don't want to do that. I know I should exercise, but I don't want to exercise. I know I should do this. You know, it's like, I know I should exercise, but I would rather be diamond painting. I know I should exercise, but I would rather be watching something on TV. I know I should exercise, but I'd rather be reading. I mean, it's like, and you know what? 90% of the time, 98% of the time actually, those other things win. Not the exercise, but the other things. Especially if I want to go to the gym. Going to the gym for me is the hardest thing ever. I mean, once I get started back in it, it won't be so bad. And when it gets warmer weather outside, it won't be so bad. But in the wintertime, I just want to be like a bear and just hibernate. Not go outside. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do nothing but stay in this house and do nothing except what I have to do. Wash clothes, wash dishes, clean the house. You know, normal things you do every day. Do some diamond painting. Do some reading. Do some, you know, whatever, stuff like that. I'm like, I feel so dang lazy. I don't really feel lazy. I don't know. I don't know if y'all know what I'm trying to say or not. But it is what it is, I guess. I mean, you know. Plus, I'll say this and then I'll probably quit talking. Most of you know that I live with my daughter and her family because I am on my disability because of the multiple sclerosis, diabetes, and arthritis mostly. But I don't get paid enough to pay rent, really. I mean, it's ridiculous what little amount of money they give you when you are on disability. They go by what you paid in or something like that, they say. And I'm like, you know, I was in accounting for 30-something years. And I made more money than that. And I'm thinking, why ain't y'all giving me all I feel like they're not giving me what I'm supposed to be getting. But, I mean, good grief. You know, can you argue with the government when they have their quote-unquote figures and stuff like that, too? Probably not. I mean, I'm going to see if I can get a job making at least 1,000 or something. But, you know, I think they want you to make 1,000 a month. Not a week, but a month. I mean, that'll help. If I got that, I could get my own place. But I just can't get one right now. And I love my daughter and her family, but, you know, this just, to me, it's just not the way it's supposed to be. And I've made a lot of mistakes in my past, and like a lot of us have, and I regret them, and I've beat myself up over them, and I'm just like, you know what, I can't do that anymore. It is what it is, and I know I say that a lot, it is what it is, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't be going back to the past. You can't redo the past. All you can do is learn from the past. So I've learned a lot from my past. I had a beautiful house. Beautiful house. And I just got this big whim one day to just sell it. It was only on the market for about two to 3 weeks. It wasn't on the market very long. And it sold quickly. I sold it and moved to the beach, and I doing all this one thing and another, and I was having a great time. And then, you know, all of a sudden I'm like, I don't have no money no more hardly. So I had to go back to work because I quit working for about 2 years, I guess, and I took care of my mama, which was one of the greatest things I could have ever done. We made so many awesome memories together. But now, you know, I'm just like, I would be happy with a little house. Just a little, you know, those little houses. Have you ever seen those little houses they show on TV or on YouTube? The little, looks like little sheds or something, and they make them to a house. I think those are so cute. I would love to have one of those. I don't know where to put it, but I would love to have one. I think it would be so cute. Just something small for me, and get myself another doggy. And, you know, not that I'm replacing Emma, my other little baby girl doggy, because she'll never be replaced. There will never be another Pooh Bear. Emma is Pooh Bear. Ever. But I would like to have another little doggy to keep me company, you know. And My daughter's husband don't want no more animals in the house. He's like, nope, 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 absolutely refuse. No more dogs, no more cats. He's just tired of them, and I really don't know why, because he don't take care of them. We do. But whatever. You know, you live with someone else, you kind of got to go by their rules. Anyways, so if y'all are praying people out there, please pray that God can open a door for me to get a place of my own, and that I'll be blessed financially to get something, you know, because I really, really want a home. And like I said, it don't have to be a big house, just a little house. If I could find a piece of land that I could afford, I would get a piece of land here and then eventually get one of them little homes and pay it off, you know. But I can't do that at the moment, not today. But I'm, you know, still praying about it and still trying to save money and stuff to get something like that. It'll take a while with the little tiny paycheck I get. But hey, at least, you know, I get a check. At least I get something. That's something I'm grateful for, because some people don't even get that. And, you know, at least I have my daughter to stay with, and I don't have to live out on the streets. Well, I'm blessed that even if she didn't want me, I have my mom I could stay with. I have my sister friend I could stay with. I have my aunts. I have a lot of people I could stay with if I need to go couch surfing. But thank God I don't need to do that, because my daughter's sweet enough to let me stay at her house. I'm like, thank you. And my son-in-law, he's nice enough. But, oh well, that's another story and another day and another time and place and all that really good stuff, you know. Has anybody in there or out there ever had issues with money and where to live and things like that, like I am? And if so, how did you get a house or a camper or whatever you're living in? How did you get that? I mean, did you go to work and get it? You know, even though you're on your disability, did you go back to work somewhere and get what you could get from you, you know? Because you can get on your disability and still work. You just can't work very much, is what I've heard. I got to call my lawyer and ask him about that tomorrow. I keep meaning to do that, and I keep forgetting to do that. Hopefully tomorrow I will remember. Let me get a drink of my soda here. Drinking some Diet Coke, which my son-in-law always reminds me I'm drinking formaldehyde that they put in dead bodies. I was like, yes, I know, but I don't drink them that much. If I drank them every day, then I'd be worried, but I don't. I drink a Diet Coke maybe once a week, or a Diet Mountain Dew or something, you know, maybe once a week. Maybe twice a week. I take that back. It depends. Depends on what we're eating, depends on where I'm at. But I try not to, because it really is formaldehyde that they put in dead bodies when they, what is it they do to you? Embalm you, embroider you. I started saying, embalm you, unless you're getting cremated. If you're getting cremated, you don't have to worry about all that, I don't think. And I want to be cremated. My mom's like, oh, I can't imagine that. I just don't know if I want it. I don't think I want you to be cremated. I said, well, prayerfully, you know, that'll be a very long time from now. And not that I want my mommy dead, of course, not at all. But I said, maybe you'll be gone so you won't have to worry about it. You'll already be in heaven. She said, yeah, I hope so. I hope I go before you. I said, well, naturally, we all want to go before our children. That's what we think is the natural. But apparently God don't always think that, because he takes them before you want them to be taken. But we just got to pray that we go before our children, you know. But anyways, with that, I think I'm going to get off of here and finish doing this and let y'all go, because it's been 30 minutes. My goodness. I've talked for 30 minutes. Of course, that ain't nothing for me because I'm a dang chatterbox. But I'm going to get off here, but I want you guys to remember the 4 things I always talk about. Be kind, laugh, love like Jesus unconditionally, and smile, because you never know what a smile can do for someone today, and it can even help you as well. So until tomorrow, which we'll do a, opening Timu paintings, canvases. Till tomorrow, be blessed, and I will talk to you later.